Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you all for coming. And I really appreciate all your residents with their understanding and patience as we kind of navigate through this COVID-19 pandemic that we're dealing with. It's more real to us now, since as the county just announced, we have our first case now in Erie County. We're making several announcements today regarding city services. To ensure we are doing our due diligence for all of our employees, their families, and the residents of the city of Erie effective today, March 18th, we're implementing some social distancing tactics for our employees and for all residents of Erie. First, effective tomorrow, March 19th, City Hall will be closed to the public until further notice. We will be monitoring the situation regularly and reopening as soon as it is safe to resume normal operations. Until then, we believe closing City Hall is a good strategy to keep our employees and all citizens safer from being infected by the COVID-19 virus. We understand that residents depend on City Hall for many functions. Closing City Hall is a change, and we'll be learning along with everyone else from this experience. We have taken as many steps as we can think of at this point to alleviate any issues. We ask for your patience and understanding as we learn, and we will make adjustments as needed. What closing City Hall means is that the State Street doors will be locked. Citizens will have physical access only to the police department here in City Hall. The entrance to the police station, which is at the corner of 7th and Peach, will remain open so everyone can access the police if they're needed. But only employees with City Hall badges will be allowed to enter their offices. As many employees as possible will be working from home. Our IT department has either provided them with work laptops or has configured their personal computers so they can access all their files right from home. Reducing our numbers in City Hall not only helps with social distancing, but it will also provide a backup team in case any employees become ill. Any city employees who have recently traveled or who may be feeling ill have been directed to stay home and self-quarantine themselves for 14 days. I want to assure residents that our brave first responders, the police and the fire, will continue to respond to calls and are functioning as normal. However, we ask that residents only call 911 in absolute emergencies, and if you have a non-emergency, please call the police at 870-1125. That's 870-1125. Any citizens who have a comment, complaint, compliment, or question about anything related to the city should continue to contact Moss Sala at our Citizen Response Center. You can reach Moss at 870-1111 or online by clicking Citizens Response tab at the cityoferie.pa.us, which is our website. In order to slow a potential spread of COVID-19 in Erie, while we maintain critical operations, the Public Works Department has extended its winter schedule at the Bureau of Streets and Municipal Garage. What this means is that employees will be spread out over 3 shifts, first, second, and third shifts, to reduce the number of people working together at any given time. The Bureau of Wastewater Treatment and Sewer Collection is temporarily shifting their schedules also to the first, second, and third shifts, and those employees who can will also be working from home. This will minimize exposure and maintain a group of backup employees should someone fall ill. Refuse will continue to be picked up for all residents on your normal scheduled night. That will not change. For payment of bills, residents can pay taxes, parking fines, water, sewer, and refuse bills online at cityof.erie.pa.us, which is our website, by clicking on the Make a Payment button located right in the middle of the screen. But note that there is a 3% fee that will be added to your bill. This fee pays the costs of the credit cards and banks who handle these payments. There are 2 other options, though, for making your payments. You can put your payment in a drop box, which will be located at City Hall right outside the State Street entrance later today, and this box will be clearly marked and completely secure. We recommend that you pay by check or online, as cash is a disease carrier. But if you need to pay by cash, this box will be available for drop-off, but we are asking that you do not drop cash into this box. Wait for City Hall to reopen if you want to give cash as your payment. If you'd like a receipt, please submit the entire 2020 tax bill with payment, and the Treasurer's Office will mail you a receipt. And our Treasurer's Office will be checking that box every day and processing any payments that are in that. Another option will be you can just make your payments by mail. I actually did that myself personally earlier this week, because I normally would just go into the Treasurer's Office and pay, but again, that's one more contact everyone's having with everyone else. So I mailed my payment in. That is another option. And the address that you need to mail that to is located in each specific bill. In addition, try to help residents during this time. To try to do that, we will be extending the 2% discount for early payment of your 2020 city real estate property tax by 1 month. So we're extending that to April 30th of 2020. Originally, it was the end of March. So you now have an extra month. You still get the 2% off. Because we're extending that in the Treasurer's Office, the tax at face amount will also be due now a month later on June 30th. And the penalty, the 10% penalty if you don't pay, will begin on July 1st instead of June 1st. So all that's moved back a month just to give more time. In conjunction with the Parking Authority and in an attempt to assist residents, we will be temporarily suspend enforcement of odd, even parking and days of the week parking. That starts April 1st in our neighborhoods. So until further notice, you can park on either side of the street. In the interest of public safety, the Erie Police Department will continue to enforce parking violations related to blocked driveways, fire hydrants, or handicapped spots. So those three things, blocked driveways, fire hydrants, or handicapped spots, the police will continue to ticket for those. And remember, the City of Erie is still collecting on prior tickets. That means if you do not pay within 10 days of receiving a ticket, the penalties are still in effect. So if you have a ticket, get it paid quickly. As a reminder, City Council on October 16th increased that fine to $100 once the ticket is over 10 days, $135 once it's over 30 days. So please try to pay your tickets within 10 days. It is Erie, so in the event that we have some snow, I'm hoping we won't have any more, but if we do, the parking regulations will have to go back into effect so that we can plow the streets. We'll share that information as quickly as possible if it's necessary. For those who are looking to obtain a building permit, a license, or a rental registration, simply call the city's code enforcement and zoning offices. Remember, you won't be able to go there, so call them. They will assist you with completing the information over the phone so you can get your project started. We're very happy that the Erie Housing Authority has placed a moratorium on evictions. I also ask landlords to do the same. We are all in this together. We need to do what we can for each other. So until we have the full scope of how this will impact our community, one of the most important things we can do is keep residents safe in their homes. In the interest of staying calm, staying home, and staying safe, my team and I have made the decision that I will work from home for the near future. Since I'm well over age 60 and my health defenses are down due to my current prostate cancer treatment, we believe it is important for me to run things from home for the next few weeks. They had to convince me of that. It took a while. They've been talking to me about it for days here. So it's not something I wanted to do, but I really could not disagree with the logic that every staff member who talked to me presented to me. I thank them for their concern. I will be in constant contact with my staff through email, phone, text, and video conference. I am also still available to anyone in the community that wants or needs to talk to me. I want to take this moment to emphasize that everyone should stay home and stay safe, especially those over age 60 or those with a health condition. Follow my example. The more all of us self-quarantine, the more quickly we can eradicate this virus. Each person who catches it usually spreads it to at least 3 more people. While younger people may only have minor symptoms or even no symptoms at all, they could infect a more vulnerable person that has a very high risk of ending up in the hospital or even dying. The more we can quarantine ourselves, the sooner this will end. We are in regular contact with Kathy Dahlkemper and the Erie County Department of Health. I have a new appreciation, I have to say, for Melissa Lyon and the County Department of Health. We will monitor the events happening around the city, county, state, and nation and make changes as needed. We are all in this together, and remember, we are better together. Please look out for each other during this time. If we all work toward the common goal of mitigating the spread of COVID-19, we can lessen the impact on our community and end this more quickly. Finally, if you believe you're experiencing symptoms like fever, a dry cough, shortness of breath, please call your health provider before going in. The worst thing that can happen right now is that someone walks into a crowded doctor's office or emergency room and infects other people. Though the governor has ordered bars and restaurants closed for gatherings, many are still providing takeout and delivery. In addition, please consider purchasing gift certificates to help our local businesses stay in business. I hope that as many non-essential businesses as possible will take our lead and keep their employees safe. In closing on this, I want to remind everyone of something very important that you can do while you're at home. Take the 2020 census. Every resident we miss in our county costs us $2,100 per year for the next 10 years. For the 2020 census, it's estimated that we will miss 50,519 people in the count in Erie County. This equates to a total loss of over $1 billion in federal aid to our county for the next 10 years. This funding is crucial for our neighborhoods, our community centers, our parks, our recreation, our streets, our school, our housing, our health, our transportation. An accurate count is also vital for determining our congressional representation in Washington, D.C., as well as Pennsylvania's Electoral College votes. Your personal information is completely protected. The Census Bureau is prohibited by law from releasing any personal information on individuals for at least 72 years. The data is used only for statistical purposes. It is compiled with information from other homes to produce statistics, but your identity or any information about any person in your home is not released. The census is only 9 questions, asking name, age, date of birth, sex, race, telephone number, and how many people live with you. If there are any additional people staying with you, and if you live in a house, apartment, or mobile home. Rhonda and I completed our census over this last weekend. We reported on ourselves and our disabled daughter Jody, who lives with us. It was easy, and it took us less than 3 minutes. The link to complete the census is www.my2020census.gov. Please get yours completed today. That concludes today's press conference. I'll be happy to take any questions if anyone has any, or if you want to interview me individually, that's fine as well. Yes.
Can you give us an idea on how many of the, I'm using white-collar for my term, white-collar employees who work in this building will be working from home? And 2, is the meter parking enforcement continuing?
The meters, I think, did we ever talk to the parking authority about that? Yeah, I know we had intended to talk to the parking authority. I never got a report, though, if we did, and what they wanted to do. So we could try to find that out and let you know.
In terms of the number of employees that will be getting back to work from home, do you have any idea on how many people that will be?
Yeah, you know, I'm hoping it's more than 50%. We've never really counted a number, and I know a lot of employees may be coming in for a little bit. You know, for instance, the treasurer's office, somebody's gonna have to come in daily to empty that box that payments go into, but I don't think people will be working 8-hour days either. I know several members of my staff have talked about they can work from home for a lot of things, but they may need to come in for a couple hours, you know, every other day or so. I don't know the number, but I think more than half of the employees will not be here on any given day. That would be my guess. Any other general questions? Okay, thanks very much for being here. Appreciate it.